they do like raffles. You cannot buy them in store. You first need to participate in a raffle, and
What
then
a complicated
and then they pick, because they have like limited number, and when you have a limited number
Why
of,
you have limited number when
so
you
the
can
value goes up. Like you have some sneakers, like the off-white.
This is my opinion.
They are like the most comfortable like shoes that you can bring to work.
Yeah. I have a pair of Cole Hands, and I know they are comfortable, but not white. Seriously,
So
white?
yeah, that's okay. But we already established that. But don't shit on my shoes.
No.
I mean, they look good. They just don't go with anything I have.
So why did you buy them?
You just said it, because of the discount.
Yeah, that's stupid. I'm sorry. Let's see if they are comfortable.
You know how light they are? They're really light.
Now the thing is, I mean, if you don't work in a cruise, yes, Captain.
Yeah, you're right. No, I know what is the best way to identify bad habits. You know what it is? I know it. I know.
I don't. Shut up.
Yes, no, I'm going to say
this is his bad habit too, and mine too. He interrupts me.
No. The only way to really identify bad habits that you don't know you have is to get married, and then you like the socks and pants thing.
First I put my clothes.
Yes,
on,
and then you take your shower.
And then I take a shower, and it's very you save money because then you wash your clothes.
Yeah.
Because you don't overthink, you just do it.
Mm-hmm.
You just do it. So it's
like
really,
masturbation. Like
no, for masturbation you need to overthink. You just like, well, I'm bored.
Yes. What can I do?
And I am single.
I'm bored and I'm broke. What can I do? Masturbate. Hello and welcome to
Super Right Now.
You're here with us, Super Right Now, and we are here to keep you company and to talk about a few things.
A lot of things.
Between friends and exchanging opinions and insights, views and news.
A lot of opinions.
Well,
mostly no one asks for our opinions. That's why we are doing this.
Yes.
Because no one here can silence us.
Nobody ever asked us if our opinion
are important
or if we had a point. So we decided to take it to the next level.
Which this is our opinion. How do you say? Safe place. It's going worldwide. Yeah. So subscribe.
Very good point.
We are taking over the world with our opinions.
And we're just validate ourselves. That's what we do, right? It's a confinement or lockdown, quarantine,
and
whatever you think.
We're validating, that our opinions matter. Opinions matter.
My opinion really matter, right?
Really.
Yes. See? Oh, see.
Yeah, that's why we are friends.
At night.
Yeah. So, as you already probably know, because this is our which episode?
No, it doesn't matter. 5th.
So you should know that he's from
France
and I'm from
Mexico.
Sí. So probably, most likely, there's a high probability that our English is not very good. But our intentions are.
There's a probability, yes.
Our intentions are very, very good to keep you company, to talk about things that we really want to talk.
Yes.
And if you are bored, we promise you that you won't be bored.
No. We never get bored when we're together.
No.
So
even though we are bored, we find a way to
not get
bored. This guy, if you think, I mean, I love purses, but I got rid of a lot of purses.
Yes.
Because of sentimental attachments. But you...
Yeah, I like sneakers, but it's also because it's my generation. And I think the movement sneakers became very popular like in the it was popular before, but really in the mid 80s because they started signing athletes. So it was about everybody had their own shoe. Technology changed. You had Nike that came up with the Air models with Air.
Some of them, they are horrible.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I know. The ones that you have Super right now,
yes,
they're horrible.
Yeah, she doesn't like these. Okay, maybe I can show. Well, I think I showed them before, but yeah, the
GCs.
Yeezy Zebra, but they're so comfortable.
They look like a bedroom title.
Tile, okay.
Title.
Yeah, yeah. Bathroom tile. Oh yes,
Yeah.
but they're. I mean, I really like them. But I mean, I love sneakers, but I don't collect them as as I would like to. I'm not into the.
How many pairs do you have?
I don't have many. I have like 30 or something like that.
Oh,
I mean, it's not. I mean,
like a good collector.
okay,
huh?
yeah, but no, there's a difference. It's like I'm not like I see people like you have plenty of videos on YouTube on people that are collecting and they're trying to find a rare sneaker, or some of them are very popular, but they're expensive. Like most of the sneakers that I had, most of them I paid them I discount because that's my thing. I buy a lot of things. I'm really bad with money, but I always buy the discounts. I don't pay full price, so I don't have like great rare sneakers. I like them. These are the exception, and there's another one. But the reason why I like sneakers that much is because what it represented. Like I was a teenager when the Air Jordan came out. Yeah, for me it became the first Air Jordan that I knew was the Air Jordan 3, I think. That's when it became really, really, really popular. And as teenagers, that's what we could afford to have. You know, like you
In
can
France?
have like a very nice watch for people back in the days, like when they're 40, they need to have a Rolex or whatever. That's a sign for them for success or what they like. And it's good to have a nice watch. But for us or for anybody that doesn't have, thousands of dollars to spend, the thing that we really liked is sneakers for what it represented. And it's true that they started, Nike and Adidas, it came a little bit later, but at least Nike and Reebok in late 80s, early 90s, they came up with like great models. They started hiring like, designers and that were doing a great job. And because of the mainstream media and the broadcast of sports and the emergence of, Michael Jordan or Andre Agassi for tennis, people like that had their own shoe, they were representing that and these values, and it was bringing worth to the shoe. And it was like, dreaming. There were like superstars that were dreaming, and owning these shoes were like owning a part of their success or what they represented. I mean, that's what they sell. That's what they sign athletes.
Michael Jackson had sneakers?
Michael Jordan, I said.
No, yeah, now I know what I am.
Michael
asking.
Jackson, yes, he had sneakers.
Yeah, I know Michael Jordan, but
because
I know you like Michael Jackson.
In the late 80s with LA Gear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and and I've seen people buy it. I didn't buy it. I didn't like them at all. But yeah, he did as. But I mean, he didn't follow through because he was never wearing any sneakers. So what I would have understood if he tried to release like the pair of shoes like he was always wearing, like mocassin. We call it mocassin in French.
Mocassin, yeah.
I would have understand that. He has his own signature because that's the only shoe he was always wearing.
Yeah, mocassin is
coming all of a sudden with a pair of sneaker when he never wear any, it didn't really make sense. But anyway, so that's the thing. Like people might not understand if they don't come from this background, or maybe they were not raised in that time period where sneakers became really popular. Is that it's one thing that we could all have, and even though it was expensive for what it was, everybody had $50, $100, $150 to put on a pair of sneakers instead of buying a very expensive jeans or very expensive shirt, or it was like the sneaker was, and it was cool by what it represented, and designs were great. Of course, the marketing that they put over it was unbelievable. But like for instance, like one of the most expensive sneakers, I think it sold for $500,000.
What?
It's a signed
$500,000?
A signed Air Jordan.
And who paid for that?
Somebody that.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
no, that's a lot of money
But
to put on your feet, to your dirty, sweaty,
okay, so here's the thing: is that
smelly feet.
Now that's the thing that people don't. That's exactly the reaction that most people have. Is like, if you buy sneakers because you're going to wear them. I wear all my sneakers, but there are collectors. So,
Yeah, but you have to tell.
So they don't wear them; they showcase them. It's like art for them. It's like when you have a jersey from a Maradona, you're not going to wear it to go to the game, right? You're going to put it on the frame and put it in your living room or in your bedroom because it's a Maradona signed jersey. It's just, or Zidane
But
or
it's a lot of
Ronaldo
money.
or Messi.
$500,000. It's a lot of money for
It's
per
a lot
sneaker.
of money. It depends how
Well,
much you
you
have in
have-
your bank account.
You have to tell them you have sneakers from inside your house, your home.
I have what?
Yeah, you have a pair that you don't use
Outside.
in the outdoors.
Yeah. Yes, but I yes.
No, but tell that story, or I
what?
will.
No, every time I have like a nice new pair of sneakers, I wait month before wearing it outside.
In plural.
And it's because I like to have sneakers. I like to wear them, and I don't like to use them. Like to wear, yeah. So I want to keep it new as much as possible, and the only way to do that is to keep it inside, and so I can enjoy them, and then I take them outside.
So when you want to buy a new pair, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna go and play tennis with this.
Yeah, so every time I need a new pair, I'm going to wear the
new ones.
The
inside sneakers
outside, so I can have an excuse to get a new one for the new inside pairs. But most people don't understand that, and now, like for the past few years, you have the all this website that actually like selling shoes, used shoes, and you have like a whole market of people that know about shoes, that kept them over the years, that have great collections, and they sell them online, whether it's on eBay or on StockX or on the Goods Emporium. What is the name? Okay, anyway.
I have no clue.
I read about StockX, which is one of the website, the platform, actually it's a company. They receive shoes from sellers. They put them on their platform, and people that buy have an authentication that they are real ones, because
it's a third party.
There are a lot of fakes, and then they receive them. So it's like the middleman that put the shoe on their platform because it's really popular and there is a lot of visits. This is so popular. It started in 2015, StockX. It's so popular that now it's worth $500 million.
What?
Yes, in 5 years. Can you believe? Like, imagine.
So can I start my business in the sneaker business?
Yeah.
Can you?
Actually, it's 1 billion. I just checked. It's actually it recently reached 1 billion valuation.
1 billion.
And they are not making anything. They are not manufacturers.
They're just like a broker.
They're brokers. Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. So imagine the business. And the thing is that because, like from my generation, we always like sneakers, and new generations always like sneakers, because it's true that they did a great job of making some rare, some really cool, and the athletes always helped. But people kept them and sold them on eBay, and now there's like this whole dynamic of releasing rare sneakers, like the Yeezys, for instance, or rare sneakers from Nike. They do like raffles. You cannot buy them in store. You first need to participate in a raffle, and then they pick, because they have like limited number, and when you have a limited number,
why you have limited number when
so the value goes up. Like you have some sneakers, like the Off-White.
This is my opinion.
Like some sneakers that are rare because they are like customized by authorized people. So they take a normal sticker, they repaint them.
Artists.
They add some things. It's not like they paint them, like they draw things or whatever. No, they just do a new colorway.
A pattern.
Yes, or pattern, or they add something, and then all of a sudden it's double price. And they make only like 10 of them. And for instance, they're going to sell it. Okay, I make 10 of them. It took me like, I don't know how long it takes them, but they sell it for...
Yeah, how long? I want to know.
I don't know. For $300, and they have like 20 pairs like that. They put it on sale. Of course, they have contacts of people that are the best buyers, just like you have for like big car makers. You know, like once you're a Aston Martin customer, you're the first one to know the release of a new car, and you're the first on the list to be able to get it. So it's the same. It's like the same method, and they do that. And you know that when you buy them $300, it's so limited that right when you buy them, it's worth $600 already. So it's an investment. It's like buying a house. Like you have equity or.
So why we don't start a business selling?
Well, a lot of people have. No, I mean, no. You have to respect people that are knowledgeable. We could do it.
No. Yes, of course. I mean, now that I am listening and I'm hearing, it's like, okay, there's a lot of opportunity if you know.
Yes, you have to know your stuff. You need to know, oh, this is the model from 89, because I remember in 89 they did the inside thing in blue while it was red on the other models. Or maybe there was like
So you know
one model
why
from June 1991 where something at the manufacturer went wrong, and they did the air on the back of the Nike in red when it should have been black, and this make it really rare. They only make like 100.
well, you should
So there are a lot, like, and for the watches is like
you
the
should
same.
start a business.
Okay, it's not about.
You seems that you're knowledgeable of this.
I'm just giving you example. I don't know anything. If you tell me what was the release year of this model, I would not be able to tell
Well,
you.
now, but people probably the one that are in the business right now, probably they start as you are, like an avid, like
Oh,
you,
yeah.
they like them.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now because they start in this business, now they have to know. Now they inform themselves, and of course they know exactly what to get. Because if you tell me go online and search for, some sneakers to sell, I probably will choose some that I like,
Yes.
and probably they won't have any, demand or whatever.
Yes, but at the end of the day, if you buy a pair of shoes like $1,000, I mean, of course, if you have like millions and millions, it represents the same thing.
Millions and
It represent-
millions.
It represents the same thing as me buying a pair of shoes at $10 for them to buy it 1,000 probably. So we cannot really judge that. But for most people that really like it, if they don't have a lot of money, buying shoes at this price means like you're going to be really anxious to wear them or not wear them at all, and just going to be on display somewhere.
Yeah,
So it really
it's-
depends what you want to do
So
with it.
with one pair of shoes, they could feed like a whole town.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
But I mean, you have many stuff like that. You can
I mean,
you can judge on that, but basically, like we are talking about a product that is still affordable in our modern, in our democracies, like maybe not in other countries, but it's a product that is affordable. We're not talking about $100,000 watch that could feed a whole country. Like if we cannot make this type of comparison, because it is a popular product, and you have to respect that, because on top of that they put a lot of efforts, and it does it has an emotional value to it. And you have some sneakers that are really rare.
which are the rarest one?
So there are some that are really expensive because they are made expensive. Like I think the most expensive pair of sneakers, it's like wrapped in gold or whatever. So of course it's going to be expensive. And then you have the rare sneakers that are like collabs.
What is it?
Collaborations
Collabs.
between. So you have one that
I thought that collapsed. Like what?
Collapse.
How do you wear that?
you have one that is rare, and it's a very nice sneaker. It's the Air Jordan 4, and it was a collab with Eminem, the rapper, and Carhartt, the brand. And it's a very nice Air Jordan 4, but that is expensive because it's really rare. They only made like a few of them, so that's why it's expensive. And you have a whole, it's really well known. So let's talk about the Yeezys 1 second.
Yeah.
For
I wanted to ask you about
I
Yeezys.
don't know much about it, but Kanye West. So he's a rapper.
No. And future president of United
yeah,
States.
sure. But he started collaborating. I think his first collaboration was with Reebok in the early 2000s or something. I know Adidas did some. It did start with Adidas, and they had like the bear of his first albums. They put it on some shoes and gave it to him.
The bear?
Yeah, he has the bears on his first 3 albums, graduation albums, which is my favorite phase of Kanye West. After that, I was a little bit lost. And he had a deal with Nike. So he released 2 Nike Air called Yeezys with Nike. So you have the Yeezy 1 that he released, and then for whatever reason the deal collapsed. I'm guessing that he wanted to put it, I'm guessing they were not giving him enough money because he wanted to be the designer and be really involved. And they were like saying, well, we'll only put your name and you get 10% or whatever, something like that, to that nature, I'm pretty sure. So he said, I'm not renewing the contract and he signed with Adidas, and now he's a billionaire because of this.
Of the Yeezys?
Yeah, yes, but like
Mostly?
Yes, because he has his clothing line, Yeezy clothing line. Now he just signed with Gap, so I think they basically did not renew the contract before the Yeezy 2 got released. So they didn't really release them, or really limited time. So it made them really rare. And so you have two Yeezy 2s that are really rare. And the most famous one is the Red October. It's called Red October, and I think by the time they knew it was not going to be released, or very limited because the deal collapsed with Nike, I think it went up to $80,000 for a pair.
So those are rare.
That's what Kenny West said in an interview. Say, can you believe that? And I think it was 18 or 80. I can't remember it. I mean, it's ridiculous for a pair of shoe.
More $500,000.
Yes, and the second one was the Solar Red. And it's funny because the sole of his shoes is the same as the Air Challenger 2, which was one of my favorite sneakers. It's the Andre Agassi sneakers back in the 90s.
Okay,
the first one
I know Andre Agassi.
The red lava one. Okay, the color red lava for Nike. No,
red lava.
Okay,
yes.
But so he was already like popular with that. Then he went with Adidas, and he did what he wanted to do. It's like design himself. He was not. I mean, there are people helping him. So he came out with these Yeezys, and they are super comfortable. They didn't look like anything else on the market, because you can say whatever you want, like the Nikes, the basketball, whatever, they look the same because they are the same use. So of course you are going to have reinforcement here and here because it goes with the sport, but they get more freedom around that, and they're really popular. And they're popular because he didn't sell them the normal way either. He made it hard to get them. And it's like through raffles and through some lists and things like that. So when there is one that is released, it's like it gets sold out. So then people are like, oh, this is really popular, and it's so rare to at the beginning at least to try to get one, that it creates demand. Because like, why I cannot get this? I need to get this, and so you release another one and another one.
So that's what happens to you. Like you have to have
many
them.
colorways. Yeah, I mean it's part of the hype. Yeah, and I mean I fell into that because it's. But that's also part of my teenage years when
or the discounts.
When it's so cool, when it was so cool to have this type of sneakers, and when you had that, like you were feeling more confident, and people were like, well,
I don't remember like have
cool
you like you just said that you buy the discounts.
Yes.
I don't remember if we have mentioned your recent purchase.
No, what is it?
You tell us.
What did I buy? No, because I'm not like super comfortable financially right nowadays. So if you tell me things I don't remember.
Your white shoes.
My white shoes.
I think we already talked about those white shoes.
We did talk about it. Yes, white shoes. Yes.
Did you show them?
I did not show them.
Bring your white shoes.
Oh my god.
People, okay, let's do this.
Okay,
we need
them
help.
busy then.
Yeah, okay, but quick. Let's make I mean, if you heard the previous episodes, you know that I don't like white shoes because I think it's very, very hard to find an outfit, and I don't like white shoes. And as I told that in the last episodes, that probably the only ones that should buy white shoes are the doctors or nurses. And as I said, I don't think they are buying any more white shoes. But let's make a challenge, or let's ask for your help. Please send us ideas of how we can make an outfit with this. What the fuck is this? It's not even leather. Is he buy them because they are cold hand, and they are expensive. Seriously.
Okay, you don't understand. Like, what do you mean it's not even leather? It's the whole point. It's a very light shoe. They are like casual shoes. Of course, they are not like
horrible casual shoes.
They are very light.
Which is this?
They are like the most comfortable like shoes that you can bring to work.
Yeah. I have a pair of cold hands, and I know they are comfortable, but not white. Seriously,
so
white?
Yeah, that's okay. But we already established that. But don't shit on my shoes.
No,
I mean, they look good. They
I
just
don't
don't go with anything I have.
So why did you buy them? You
Because
don't.
of you just said it, because of the discount.
Yeah, that's stupid. I'm sorry. Let's see if they are comfortable.
You know how light they are? They're really light.
Now the
Anyway.
thing is, I mean, if you don't work in a cruise, yes, Captain,
Yeah, you're right.
Captain.
Mm-hmm.
And what is this? There was a show in the 80s, and there was a guy, and they were in a
Love
cruise.
Boat?
Yeah, like l'avion, el
Love
avion.
boat. Na, 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 na. Anyway,
So probably you.
with the doctor, but he was super. Like, I always
Keep
wonder
talking, keep talking.
why does he get laid with all the women, because he doesn't look like anything. And I was young. It's only later than I understood that he was getting laid because he was a doctor, not because
Clown shoes.
clown shoes. They're comfortable, right?
Yep, for the feet, not for the eyes.
They're comfortable for the feet, not for the eyes. Well,
No,
I had
people-
many shoes that were not comfortable.
People, please don't buy things that you don't need, because otherwise,
That falls into that category. But I thought I was going to go to like a white party or whatever. But
yeah, white party. What is that? What
no,
is
the
that?
only type of white party I would go to is when you all dress in white. You never went to a white party?
No.
No? Me
What?
neither. I wanted to, so I started with that.
People, please invite us to a white party.
I have the shoes.
So he can use his shoes.
I have the
Or
shoes.
maybe, you know, how do you say this in English? La primera comunión, when you are, it's
Yeah,
a
the communion.
Catholic.
Hmm.
First communion?
Yes, I don't know what it is in English ever.
The first communion.
Hmm.
No, well, you can use them. To
Yeah.
church.
Yes. Yeah, see? I
See?
can. I just need to go sometime.
So this is a very, very, very bad habit of you. Buy the discount. I mean, if it's really something that you need, well, you can buy it. But as we can see,
it's not something that I need at all. But
No.
yes, so that's me. But I do have sneakers. They are not rare because I would not fall into that trap because I would get addicted.
so you accept that this is a very bad habit.
Yes.
What you have,
Yes,
like what
but
you do.
I buy the discounts. Like, imagine if I was like, because I love sneakers so much that I could basically like really get addicted and try to get the rare ones and put it on credit cards and you know, like, you could do that, right? You just spend the money that you don't have. This is something I've learned in this country. I can do it. I would cry, but I can do it.
I would cry.
But just to just like close the discussion about the
White,
sneakers.
white shoes.
No, just the sneakers. You asked me like the rarest one
Oh yes.
is the ones that they released. I think it was in 2011 or 12 or and 15 anyway. They are the Nike Air Mag. You know, they are the shoes from Back to the Future when he's in the future.
Oh yeah.
So he has Nike, you know, that self lace. You know,
Uh-huh.
and he has the self jacket
That
as well.
jacket.
And so for the 20 or 30 years anniversary of the movie or whatever, like Nike decided to actually release them, and they
What
made
happened?
and well, they just made a limited number of them, and it's so limited that the shoes
It's so limited.
these shoes are, they go for they go for blue, I don't know. Anyway, it's one of the rarest and most sought after. So I guess the price depends on who's deciding to buy it. But this is like one of the rarest ones. On the main brand, because then you have like haute couture brand that start, you know, sneakers are so popular that then for the past 10 years you have like you have Dior collab with Nike, like there is one like
Dior?
Dior, yes.
Dior.
Dior, j'adore. And you have like Balmain and like Gucci, like every like luxury brand release their own sneakers now, but it's a different category because they are already like super expensive because they are luxury brands, and it's not the same. It's not coming from the same dynamic as, you know, over like real sport shoes.
Like
Because
Jordans
yes,
and
exactly.
I only know the Jordans.
But yeah, I would have way more if
If I had money.
I had money. But you're right. Like you could make a business. You start with one. You start with one, and then you just grow like one little by little. But sometimes, like like you have these sisters that have the biggest collections of sneakers ever.
The sisters.
They're sisters because they inherited the collection from their father. That collected, I think, 5,000 sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
And one day decided it was too much because I guess it was taking too much time or whatever, or
space.
Or they didn't care about.
They were rich.
I guess they have. I think he was a lawyer and he loved sneakers. He could buy 5,000 pairs of sneakers, so I guess it was not really an issue. But he did give it to his daughters, which I'm not sure they knew a lot about it. But I mean, even though they grew up surrounded by it, and they have their own basketball court in their house.
Okay, so they were rich.
And they store them in different places, but they have like 5,000 of them. So what would you do? Like what type of collection?
So they sold them or what?
Sometimes they sell some of them, but
also they are getting rid little by little of the pairs.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they are doing. I'm pretty sure people hate on them because
imagine if you're
it's two white blonde girls that get inherited sneakers. Like it's not supposed to be part of their culture, so people must be mad. I'm not making any judgment, but I mean,
but I am doing.
But if I was really into it, like, I would be so pissed that they are the ones that have the most pair of sneakers. But I mean, it's the same. Like, why are you going to be jealous? No, yes. I am not jealous. I just want people to have access to what they are really passionate about. Just not something fall of the tree for them. But it's the point that I was trying to make is like, of course, you could start and put it on the credit card. $300, very rare pair of sneaker. It's going to be worth $600. So you just go and you start like that, and then you buy the next one, next one. You can try that, and maybe you're not going to be rich, but you if you like to spend time like that. But then you will always have people with a lot of money that will get like these sisters, because you have people that really start from scratch like that, one by one, really patiently, and then you have people that just sit there and it's coming.
Like Donald Trump?
No,
he asks for a loan to his dad of $5 million or something like that.
But he inherited like 200 million anyway back in the day, no?
Oh, anyway, no, I don't know.
I don't want to talk about him. I don't care. I just let him out of the picture.
It's ruined your mood?
No, but I mean, I do realize, because I say I'm not jealous, but it does really irritate me to see that some people really have all the good intentions, are passionate, are knowledgeable, and they're struggling to get there, and some people don't ask for anything and just come to them.
That's life.
Yes, it's life. It is life, but so that's my bad habit, is to buy discounted shit, including shoes. What is your bad habit?
Oof. I have many habits that are very bad, which I started. Oh, really? Which one?
No, I don't. I'm just giving you shit.
Oh, really?
Oh.
You're supposed to be my best friend, and you don't tell me which is my bad. No, the thing is,
is it Corona time?
Corona time.
I think it's Corona time for me, at least. Do you want one?
No, thank you. Do you have tequila? But it's the gluten-free. Yeah, I will give you shit for the rest of your life for buying tequila, gluten-free tequila. That's the worst tequila ever.
Gluten-free worked for me when I did it. It really, really worked for me. I was not able to keep up with it, because it means that you spend a lot of time choosing your products. It's more expensive and stuff like that. But I felt the best of my life during that time. And it's not that anything else changed in my life at that time period. It was the only thing that changed, is me getting into a gluten-free diet. And I can tell you that's the best I ever felt.
And why you're not doing it? Thank you for letting me continue.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So we were talking about habits, bad habits, and his bad habit is to buy shit that he doesn't need, clearly. And you have no idea how many boxes, Amazon boxes, are sitting there.
I'm moving soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's moving soon, but
So my stuff to have the box.
yeah, that's why.
They cannot hear me.
Oh, okay. So they cannot hear what he just said, but he said that they are the things that he just received, but he doesn't want to take that out of the boxes because he's moving. But yeah, he buys a lot of stuff, Amazon stuff. But I think it's, and we have discussed probably this situation for the last 2 years about how he buys shit that he doesn't need, and it's a really bad habit. And I think we develop very bad habits during our lifetime. But I don't want to put him, how do you say, under the bus?
Throw him under the bus.
Yeah, because he can do that very well by himself. So, of course, everything in my life started to change after, like, very dramatically after my divorce. Because when you get divorced and free, you start noticing things. I mean, you better, because if you are living on a crisis and you don't improve or do something good of your life, well, crisis won't help. So I started to have it more insightful, of course, with the help of my, not of my friend, of my therapist. What? You can go and sit and listen to my beautiful.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's a very bad habit. Yeah.
Exactly. Never say thank you.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I never say thank you. But it's not because I don't mean it. I say thank you with my actions. So I started to finding after I got divorced, because I really wanted to have this, as I mentioned in, I think, in the very first episode,
Mm-hmm.
that I started being more aware of self-care. And self-care is not only taking care of your physical body, which I started doing a lot of exercise. As I said, I play tennis. I suck at it. I'm getting better.
Yes. But we didn't have much practice the past few months. So.
Yeah, I was going to practice. I have my personal, well, not personal, but I was going to lessons. My very good friend Pepe was coaching me.
I'm a great coach.
Yeah, you are until you start criticizing every single detail. But anyway,
You didn't hear our trailers?
yes,
Okay.
but I wanted to make an emphasis of that.
Okay.
So yes, I started to develop the self-care, well, as much as I can, because of course I needed to work more about. One of the things that is starting to change my routine is trying to figure my very bad habits, which I kind of understood that the habits define who you are. And it's hard. You
No,
need.
I know what is the best way to identify bad habits. You know what it is? I know it. I know.
I don't.
Yes,
I don't.
yes,
No, we
yes,
don't.
no, yes,
Shut up.
Yes, no, I'm going
You,
to say
this is his bad habit too, and mine too. He interrupts me.
no. The only way to really identify bad habits that you don't know you have is to get married. And then you have somebody that can, with a lot of, good attention, look at what you're doing and criticize you about and that's how you discover all the bad habits.
Oh.
And then little by little, through the years, you realize it's not only bad habits that you have. This person, carefully reminds you that you are also, these bad habits makes you a bad person. And little by little, you end up figuring out,
clearly,
this is a great
clearly
relationship.
he has issues. Clearly he hasn't moved on from his marriage issues.
It's the best way to identify your
No.
bad habits. Get married.
Yeah, get married. No, the thing is, bad habits
Mhm.
are easier to get than the good ones, because the bad habits are the shortcut for your brain to have a quick reward.
Mm-hmm.
And the good habits, such as, working out every day, the
Yeah.
reward is not instant.
Yeah, it's easier.
It takes time.
It's
It
easier
takes
to smoke a
time.
cigarette than to
Yeah,
do
it's-
20
it's-
push-ups. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time. So of course, when you acquire a bad habit, it's easier because you get a reward.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and habits are like the way you don't overthink the habits, meaning that
Because you
way
get addicted, I guess.
the habits are physical,
Okay.
meaning that you don't overthink when you go and pee or fart or or take a shower. You have an order. For me, I have an order to take a shower, but I don't overthink. You don't have an order?
Yeah, I guess I
How
do.
the way you dress or your morning
Oh
routine?
yeah. No, yeah.
So it's an habit.
I
It's
tell my daughter, why do you have your pants without having your socks first? You put your socks first and then you put your
Yeah,
pants.
but it's you.
But
And
to me,
you're
like, you have your
Yeah,
pants before your socks. No.
yeah.
I
For
don't-
me, it's the same.
You like the socks and pants thing?
At first,
Uh,
first I put my clothes
yes, and
on,
then you take your shower.
and then I take a shower, and it's very you save money because then you wash your clothes.
Yes.
No, but I mean the habits are by repetition,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't overthink. So it's more physical than mental. So of course that
It's
defines.
funny what you said. It's I
What?
have this habit that I only did one time. Yeah,
What?
of course it's repetitive. It's an habit.
But yeah, you create it by
Yes.
repetition,
Yes.
like meaning that today you start like
I think she was.
picking your nose.
She's not getting my vibe. She's really trying to make a point, and she's like
Yeah,
really
because-
focused on her point
Because
right
I want to help the little things that I can
now.
help.
Hey, Johnny,
Help.
Johnny over there.
Yes, you.
I'm gonna help you.
Maria over there, Jose, or anyone that can hear me or
with
can.
a Hispanic name apparently.
With Hispanic names, Mexicans over there that want to improve. So as I was saying, it's more physical, so that's why it's easy to get into bad habits because you don't overthink. You just do it.
Mm-hmm.
You just do it. So it's
Like
really,
masturbation. Like you don't-
no. For masturbation, you need to overthink. You just like, well, I'm bored.
Yes. What
What
can I do?
And I am single.
I'm
and
bored
I
and
am-
I'm broke. What can I do? Masturbate.
Yeah. So as I was saying, it defines our personality. So if you ask a characteristic of my personality,
Mm-hmm.
all the descriptions that you will say to me, it's because of my habits.
Mm-hmm.
So behind a description of your personality, it's always
Like you mean you're defined by your habits?
yes, you are defined by your good and bad habits.
Oh.
Like if you are, for instance, like you are always late,
Mm-hmm.
your personality is like, oh, this guy, it's always late.
Yeah.
Or if you are always
Well, if you want to know somebody by the surface, basically, it's what you can notice about
no,
the person.
no. I can say, like, for instance, you, like I was saying a few minutes ago, like you criticize a lot. I'm not saying it's a bad habit.
Constructive criticism.
Sometimes constructive, but so I was saying that it describes your personality. So it's a good time to transform the bad habits to a good habit, right? So you want to identify Maria, Joe, Pablo, Ben, everyone, guys. You want to know which is your bad habits?
Nobody wants to know, no?
Why? You want to be the shitty person?
No, yeah, no.
You want to be a
No,
shitty
what is
person?
your bad habit?
Oof. So you need...
I know one.
Oh, which one?
Like she...
No,
the-
but bring it. Do you have a pen?
no.
Yeah, I need a pen and I need a paper. We need to locate the place where we constantly do these bad habits. Like for me, one of my bad habit is going to bed very late, and that created
Me too.
I have insomnia. So
yeah, it's really bad. You need really 8 hours of sleep for your whole body
yeah,
to
that's
recuperate.
it has been very stressful for me, especially at the beginning of this year, not being able to sleep at all. Sometimes I was just
Yeah, but
sleeping
you
like
go
2
crazy.
hours, and I was very, like, the next day I was, of course, very tired or whatever. But then I start like, okay, I need to change my routine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I start doing all my face my face and my self-care, my skincare routine at night.
Yes.
But so if you have a paper, or you don't have to have a paper or in a pen, you just need to know exactly these three things. Well, not these things, like where does it happens to me, like the location, of course, if I have insomnia, my apartment, my bedroom. At what time? Well, I usually was going to bed at around 10:30. So that's when I was trying to go to bed. And then what was the emotional state that I was when I was lying on bed trying to fall asleep. And I found out that I was feeling abandonment. Abandoned. Especially when my daughter is not with me.
Yeah.
Like when I feel alone, I feel like abandoned. If there's other people around, because sometimes you tend to develop bad habits or good habits if with others. So in this case, for me, of course, I am alone. And what it was the immediate action when I start feeling abandonment, I just turn on the TV again to not feel that I was lonely or abandoned.
Yeah.
So of course, the more I was watching TV, and of course I wanted to feel instead of feeling abandoned and sad, I was putting Friends all the time to laugh.
The TV show Friends, yes.
So of course I wasn't like I wasn't falling asleep. So instead of going to bed at 10, then it was at 11, then at 12, then at 1, then all of a sudden it was 2. And I was like, okay, I cannot continue like this.
That happened to me last week, actually. Sorry, but like this 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock thing, like I was like, I know I go to bed very late, but this is getting out of hand because the next day, you can pretend to be all like coffee does his work in the morning, but then after like beginning of the afternoon, after lunch, you're like, I cannot, like everything takes twice the time. And so the cycle on that I found for myself is that it's not because I'm slower at my job, but the work is going away. So I'm staying later. So this is the bad cycle. It's because you decided like TikTok, for instance, like you get like on TikTok and you're like and until 3 a.m. So okay. And so I figured, so I did not finish everything that I need to do for the day. So I'm working later, more hours, which delay my dinner, which delay my relaxing time, which it delays everything. And so then you go to bed again later, and it's like
it's a cycle,
the bad cycle that you're on. And
this, for me, it was very, because we discussed like when I was feeling so stressed because I wasn't able to sleep. Like I was getting very stressed because I need to function, because I need to work.
Yes.
So I wasn't functioning correctly in my job. So then it's when you identify.
Get the microphone closer, because it's like I'm right.
When you identify your bad habit, that's when you need to make a plan to change it.
Yes.
So
if
for
you
me,
want to,
if I want, no, of course you have to have the will, because if you want to keep the bad cycle. But when I start to feel
a lot of people give up on a lot of things because it's too much. Like we develop a lot of like bad habits or bad cycles or bad things, and
because it's easier. That's
and
what
we get but we get overwhelmed by the entire work that needs to be done. It's like, eat healthy, exercise more, do more at your job if you want to have a promotion, be better with your kids, homeschool, like you have like so many stuff, and you're like, I cannot be perfect.
Yeah, I know, but that's why it's very important. That's why I'm just starting with 3, because of course, if I do this, probably I will have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, because there are things that biting your nails. So those are bad habits, because it's not just biting your nails. Like what is provoking that you need to feel that you need to bite your nails. But that's why they say, and my therapist told me, like, you have to start like with 3 or 4 bad habits,
because they're called like fixation.
Write it down and look for the pattern. What pattern are you repeating.
Yeah. Okay. So you can like
It,
identify the pattern. You can see what is
and change.
the bad habit, the things that there is a reason why you do it. How do you replace that?
That's the thing. Sorry, tequila. That's the thing. Like when you identify, for me,
Mm-hmm.
the constant was it. The constant could be either a location or whatever of the things that I mentioned,
Which are?
which are the location, the time, the emotion that you were feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and the action.
Yeah.
So once you identify one of those that it's a constant, then that's why because in the past my TV was on my bedroom.
In your bedroom. Yeah.
So I moved it to the living room, which I don't like either, but I did it, and I put like a plant with lights in front of my
Mm-hmm.
bed because that keeps me calm, and that's when I start my routine, my night routine, like which is wash my face, because that is triggering my brain to see like, okay, it's time for you
It's a
to go to
transition time. Yeah.
it's time for you to go to bed and to relax and give your body the time that it needs to recover, because tomorrow it's a new day. So that's why you have to do, I mean, that's how I identify my, like, you have to at least give it a try for 2 or 3 days to identify your patterns,
Yeah.
and then replace it with a good reward. For me, a good reward is to having a good skin.
Yeah, that was my question. Yeah, like what is the satisfaction that you
You have
get out of your
a
that you
good
replace?
reward. Now that you have that you have identified your bad habit.
Mm-hmm.
The bad habit gave me got rid of my anxiety of feeling abandoned
For a short period of time.
for a short period of time. Yes,
And
and
it was
then
coming back.
I identify that. So I identify as well a good reward for me, which
Mm-hmm.
is making sure that I was taking care of myself, and it's a good reward
Mm-hmm.
that will show in my skin. So I replace it with that every night for the last 4 or 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
I follow my routine. I put my daughter on bed when she's with me, and then I wash my face. I do all these
And
things.
so it's working.
Yes, I mean, it's taking more time. I mean, it's not as easy as say it,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes I relapse. Like, no, the fuck, I'm going to watch
Friends.
Friends, Friends, and especially in quarantine, it was very
Yeah, these
hard.
were like different time.
It was, but still,
Yeah, we're still actually.
I did it. I'm still doing it
Mm-hmm.
because it's something that it take my time and my money, because I have spent quite money in my skin,
Yes.
so it better work, and it's helping. At least I'm not going to bed at 2 or 3. I am going to bed at 11:30, 12,
Mm-hmm.
which is better than
It's an
going.
improvement. Yes.
Yeah, it's an improvement. I still wake up at 4 or 5, but then I fall asleep back again. So that's a good thing. And it was I mean, it's a very bad habit to get rid of, like going to bed late, and on top of that, I was eating like crazy at night.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're watching Friends, or I was feeling, yeah, I want to laugh, so I was like doing peanut butter sandwiches at 11, 12 with my hot milk.
That doesn't help to fall
That
asleep.
doesn't help. Yeah. So that's one. And another one, it's that's what I put like underachiever multitasker, because I am the kind of person.
Where?
That's one of my, that's it. That's a key. That's
I mean, yeah, you never mentioned it
that's
before now.
No, I told you that I was writing my bad habits.
Yes. So underachiever, multitasker.
Yeah.
So that's a bad habit.
Yes, because I for me that's
Underachiever. Yes, I understand.
I mean, underachiever. Well, if I was
I don't know what it is. I heard about it.
underachiever. So, like for me, and I haven't fixed that. I want to do so many things at the same time that I start a lot of projects,
And you don't finish
and
them.
I don't finish any of my projects, like books.
Yeah, that sucks. Like,
Like-
you cannot do that. I read something about it not too long ago, actually. Yesterday or the day before.
Oh, really? Help
Yeah,
me.
that's
Help me.
that's No, it was just like some type of advice or counseling or
Uh-huh.
something like that, saying you cannot because I have the problem with well, I guess abandonment and also boredom. Like I'm getting bored very easily,
Mm-hmm.
which means that I'm going like in very different directions to get active or to do something.
Mm-hmm.
But I really can enjoy the achievement because I start and I don't finish, or I'm so like what do you say, OCD, or like I'm so easily distracted that something I'm going to be passionate about something for 15 minutes
Mm-hmm.
and then I lose interest. I mean, you told me that about myself too,
Mm-hmm.
but not 15 minutes, but like it will take me a month. I would eat crab for a month, and that's all I want to eat.
Oysters.
Yeah, that's all I want to eat,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't eat it for the next 2 years. And it's the same for everything. I'm like really passionate about something. I don't become an expert, but knowledgeable enough.
Mm-hmm.
And when it once
To
it gets
make a podcast.
no, once it gets hard, once it get like into like the details and things, and you need to
You
like
quit?
build some expertise. I'm like, okay, this is getting too hard. I'm moving on to something else, and that's basically what I've been doing. Except when I was forced to be an expert, which means like in your professional career, things like that, you don't have a choice. You cannot just like go,
Yeah.
oh wait, no, this is too difficult. I'm trying to find something else. Like it's
Well, that's
it-
a thing that I name or call underachiever multitasker, because I know I can start a lot of things,
mhm.
but I don't finish anything. Like books, I have so many books that I start to read, like so many books that I have
I guess they
notes.
were not good enough.
I could no, they are no, I know they are, but the problem is me, because I want in that period of my life, which it was again right after my divorce, I start reading a lot, a lot, a lot, and I like to make notes in my books. But then I wanted to know about everything,
Mhm.
about a philosophy, Mexican culture, American culture.
So you went everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, I was everywhere. Like if you see my books, they're from many different things,
Mm-hmm.
like existentialism, philosophy. Well, existentialism, Nietzsche. Like
Okay,
it's
that's
crazy.
philosophy too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I know that's philosophy. That, but then I had Pedro Paramo, which is a Mexican book. It's crazy. So I was like, okay, and I
How
never
to
finished.
build a cub houses.
Yeah, how? Yeah, something like that. And then
Which is
the
something I would like to talk
and the
about, by the
company
way.
and the company that I work with every year, they give us as a birthday present a book, and very good books.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I start every single book but never finish the damn books, and that get like it's making me crazy. So I started a book now because I identified it's the location again, it's my home. I guess. And the emotion that I feel is like I want to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
How do I describe this?
But
I need validation.
yeah, a little bit impatient too, just like me.
Yeah, I'm patient, but I need validation. I feel like not how do you say cherish, valorada. Okay.
Not sure.
Okay, people, Spanish speakers,
Not sure.
please comment. And that's what triggered my anxiety to do a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
and not finishing anything, just to see like, hey, I can do a lot of stuff, I can know a lot of stuff, but I don't finish anything.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, okay, and I start like this week I am reading Just Mercy.
Right.
I'm reading Just Mercy.
The
lawyer.
There was a movie recently.
Yeah.
released,
And the book is very good. I am reading 15 minutes a day because, I mean, if I put it myself like, okay, read 1 hour a day, I know I cannot do it. So I am trying to put like achievable goals,
Mm-hmm.
which is reading 15 minutes for me now. Probably next week I will do 20 or 25, and I am reading it.
I don't know, like if the book is good enough. Like I know I'm easily
No.
distracted or stuff like that, but if I really like the book, I know I'm going to read for more than 15 minutes.
No, I know, but I don't. I mean, I know myself.
I haven't read in a year, but yeah.
More than a year.
No, I did. I was going to the pool. Always went to the pool with my book from this very French book, actually. That was
I gave
nice.
him this book I don't remember for your birthday or Christmas.
I
For
don't know.
Christmas.
I'm a,
Fucking history. Probably we should read one once. But that's how you get rid of your bad habits. And one another bad habit that I want to change, it's interrupting people. Because I think I have better things to say always, all the
well,
time.
I interrupt people. It's not because I have better things to say. It's because I'm scared of forgetting it, and it never fails. If I don't say it, I do forget it. So that drives me to actually do interrupt the next time because I know the last time I forgot, and that's a bad habit. And I don't think it's because I have a problem with my memory. I do have problem with my memory, but I think it's just a matter of my attention to work on rather than memory loss. It's just that my attention goes everywhere, and and like the issue that I have is that I'm all over the place. I'm never in the present really. I always think
In the future.
ahead,
Yeah, that's anxiety, my friend.
and
That
well,
creates
no, but
anxiety.
even when I'm working, I'm trying to anticipate things. So once, if let's say like one step is like a milestone, an achievement, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the step, I'm not even enjoying the progress because I'm already thinking of everything that needs to be done. So I'm doing it thinking, oh, I need to do it this way. So then tomorrow I don't have to do it this way, and I will save time, and then I finish it and I'm on to the next. And when I'm to the next, I think about the other one and how to make it more efficient. So I'm always trying to think about like efficiency and saving time and things like that. And I never enjoy the achievement. And at the end, that's the worst part. At the end, when you do something that is really successful, like not only
For you.
for you, because I don't think like I don't really enjoy.
Fulfilling.
Yeah, well, you can do something fulfilling for yourself, but I think success comes when it also works for everybody else around you. You do something for someone else. So when you're in a work environment, let's say you're working on the project, and it does help the entire team when once you achieve it. So I can't remember what I want to say now. The worst part is that I don't have this feeling of success or like great achievement. Like even like if I have sometimes good feedback, great feedback or whatever, I don't feel like it was something that it should be uploaded or like something special. It's not. Yeah, that's the term. People praise you for something that you did like it was something special. The problem is that when you work on something and always trying to prepare well, anticipate, think one step ahead at all time, once you achieve that thing, it's not special. You put all your efforts for it to be.
So that's
to
a bad
be
habit?
to be what it is. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's you don't have this feeling of achievement ever because you always work towards that. And for me, like when I have the feeling of success or whatever, it's when it's like accidents. It's like I did something for whatever reason. It worked in many different ways.
So you have
for some people, it's like, oh yeah, cool. Oh well, I'm very
that's-
happy because I didn't work that much on it.
No. That's the imposter syndrome. And we can talk about that in some other occasion. But first, I mean, I think it's a good thing to like start acknowledging your habits,
Your
like
bad habits,
your
yeah.
bad habits, and just replace it. And it's very
With
hard.
something,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very hard. I'm still dealing with a lot of another 200 bad habits
Yes.
that I need to work with, but I can assure you, and me, most importantly, that I think I have become a little bit better person.
Since you started that.
Yep. I mean,
But no, let's.
yes.
And I would say for people like me, when you start this type of things, don't have as an objective to trying to be perfect,
No.
because that's what always push me away. It's like, oh, I can start this, but if I start this, I need to do this, and this, and my objective is to be perfect. And then after a while, you lose the momentum. It's too hard. Then you go hard on yourself, and you don't do it again. And it's the same, like you said, like skincare was one of your things. I just happened to have like very bad skin, and skincare was one of my routine at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, I just concentrate on something else, and then the bad skin come back, and I think you need to pick your battles. Like every time I talk about something, it's like you need to make your choices. You cannot fix everything
at the same time. No, definitely.
No, but not even at the same time. You might not be able in your lifetime to fix.
No, you will always carry a baggage.
But as long as you're clear about your priorities and you pick your battles, then you should be fine.
Yeah, and the will.
And I'm working on it.
And to make things happen. That's why.
Yeah, make it happen.
That's why I am doing this, like the podcast super right now, because it started in quarantine.
I mean, I think we talked about it a little bit before, but it just so happened that we had more time to think about it because we were less distracted by the outside world.
So we started this, and for me, it's very important that you subscribe. No, because it's something that I am doing. Yes. It's not something that it only was kept on written or in my mind.
Yes.
Now it's something that if someone out there is watching me talking like stupid and crazy about our experiences, for me, it's going to be fine. Mm-hmm. Of course, if I have all of a sudden 20,000 subscribers super right now, I will be like, oh, yeah. But if not, it's okay. But it's not.
Of course, we want people to subscribe. But for me, one of the first rewards that we would have with Super right now is to have
sponsors.
No, it's really to have I guess it's because I'm craving a validation, but you have feedback and comments and
feedback.
And
yes.
See, we know that some people like to leave really, really bad comments, but I'm more interested on the constructive ones and to know what people
think about us.
what they like about it,
or what they
don't.
And
not so we can adjust accordingly as well. When we work, we listen to radio and podcasts, and the same. I guess we have abandonment issues, both of us.
Yeah.
And I need to have somebody in the background talking,
or just to be here,
and something entertaining and so funny. And I always had shows that were entertaining, but that would not take too much of my attention, so I can still perform at work.
Yeah.
So that's why we're not doing in detail DIY or expertise on that subject and what happened in France between 1761 and 1762.
Because I like history, by the way.
Yes, but what I mean is we're not going to be super specific and in detail and experts on things. We just want to talk about different topics because we want to be there with you,
the conversations that we
as
have
an audience. Yes,
because I remember most of when he was daring to go outside to take a walk in front of this park.
Yes,
I remember you called me Fiona, I'm going out, and we start to talk and we have a conversation, but for the last 15 minutes I only could hear you breathe. Because I was doing my thing and you were doing your thing.
Yeah.
But you didn't want to
just be on my own.
So that's probably it's me as well, and probably a lot of people also too as well. Mm-hmm. The Macedonian. So that's what we are going to be for the rest of your life, if you let us.
For the rest of your life,
if you let us, and subscribe.
Yeah. Okay. And subscribe, comment, like.
Yeah.
And spread the word. How do you say that?
Spread the word.
Spread the words. Spread your legs.
Just say. Use text your WhatsApp your friends. Whatever. Say this. Crazy immigrants, Mexican, with strong opinions, and they want validation. And apparently they have papi and daddy issues.
And that's us.
And that's us.
And it's super right now.
People make things happen.
Yes. Thank you very much. And see you next episode. Bye.
Bye.